If you had told me years ago that one of the best gaming experiences of my adult life would come from my Mac studio playing in my living room, I probably would have laughed. Yet, here we are. Haze Light's newest co-op masterpiece, Split Fiction, has completely redefined how I think about fun in video games. So let's just get this out of the way. Split Fiction is easily the most fun I've had in a video game in a very, very long time. It's that kind of rare game that doesn't ask you to grind for XP or you spend hours trying to unlock some rare skin nobody really cares about, or even an achievement. There are no artificial incentives here, no battle passes, no seasons, no leaderboards, none of that. Just two characters, two players, and a story-driven roller coaster narrative that is so good that I have been playing this game non-stop since I started. I played the entire game on my Mac Studio using Crossover, which surprisingly handled everything without a hitch. And instead of sitting on my desk, which is kind of boring, I decided to connect my Mac Studio to my TV, lean back, grab my controller, and just started playing. The game ran beautifully, from rich textures to smooth performance. Everything felt right and responsive, even under the weight of some of the heavy visual effects that you see later in the game. So Split Fiction throws you in the shoes of Mio Hudson and Zoe Foster. These are two writers who get trapped in the simulation of their own imagination. Now the concept sounds wild, and trust me, it is, but that's where Hazel Light kind of shines. The writing is sharp, the writing is witty and self-aware without even becoming boring or even kind of cringy. Now every line of dialogue feels intentional. Mio and Zoe aren't just avatars for gameplay, they're fully fleshed out characters with motivations, insecurities, and even evolving dynamics. That's kind of rare in co-op games where story kind of takes the backseat for mechanics, big explosions, battle passes, in-game currencies, and all that stuff that we gamers hate. Here, the story is the main focus. Also, speaking of co-op, this is not a game where you want to play with just a stranger or somebody online. You have to grab a friend, grab your partner, grab a girlfriend, a wife, whoever, someone that you're cool with spending a lot of time talking, laughing, and just getting through the game itself, because it is challenging and has a lot of puzzles. Because Split Fiction is at its best when players or both players are fully immersed and emotionally invested. Communication is key. You cannot play this game without talking to the other person. Like I said, there are a lot of intricate puzzles that need two people to be talking all the time. So it's a no-brainer that I played, or I chose somebody that I know plays video games a lot. And during our time with Split Fiction, we discovered that they took elements from other games. So if you played games like Jedi Survivor or Uncharted 3, Uncharted 4, or the Uncharted series for that matter, Donkey Kong, Mario Kart, they also even added Halo, if that makes sense. So they took elements from different places and put it in this game. And I think the most fun is kind of discovering those Easter eggs that Haze Light put into the game. It's pretty dope. And as much as I love gaming on a monitor, playing Split Fiction on a large TV is a different kind of magic. It felt more cinematic, it felt more immersive, and it reminded me of those days back in the day anyway, where we used to play games like GoldenEye, Halo, Call of Duty on the split screen. That is exactly why I decided to do this on the TV. I wanted to get that same feeling, and Split Fiction gave me what I was looking for. The level design is absolutely bonkers. Every chapter has a unique aesthetic and game twist. One level might feel like a side-scrolling platformer through the 90s, while the next plays more of a rhythm-based music video game. Now, and somehow, Haze Light threads it all together without making it feel disjointed. Instead, it feels like you're turning pages of a very wild, unpredictable book. Okay, let's talk about performance for a sec. Playing Crossover on my Mac Studio was surprisingly very seamless. I was kind of skeptical because Split Fiction is a brand new game. I wasn't sure if Crossover could handle it, but with a few tweaks here and there, I was able to run it within a few minutes, and the Mac Studio handled it like a champ. But there were a couple of frame drops during high-octane scenes, but nothing that really pulled me out of the experience. If I really had to nitpick this game, if I really had to say one thing I didn't like, the platforming was kind of annoying. The puzzles were also kind of annoying. Like, you have to play this game to actually know what I'm talking about. It's very annoying. It almost pissed me off at some point. Like I've said already, this game doesn't really care about your rank. It doesn't care about how many hours you've logged into a competitive shooter, or if you've unlocked all the achievements in your favorite RPG. It just wants you to have fun, and I think that is something that has been missing in the gaming community and the gaming landscape overall. Just having pure fun without having to think of grinding or doing all these things. It feels like I'm preaching, but this game is probably the best game I've played in 2025. So if you're looking for a way to ignite your love for gaming, or even just to spend a weekend connecting with that old friend or any friend at all, do me a favor and pick up this game. Trust me, you're not going to regret it. And with all that, thank you guys again for watching another review. As you can tell, I had a lot of fun making this video. This game is probably one of the best things in the world right now. Like, I will sing to the heavens for everyone to play this game, especially with a friend. If you liked it, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with your friend. And with all that being said, my name is KJ, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, bro, let's go. Yeah, I'm done filming.